Look out your window, or better yet, go stand in the middle of a massive field or look out over the ocean. What do you see? It looks flat, and not just kind of flat. It looks perfectly flat. If you walk in a straight line, you don't feel like you're walking downhill. If you pour water on a table, it doesn't curve around it. Our everyday experience tells us that the world we live on is a giant, flat stage. So, for thousands of years, that's exactly what humans believed. It made sense, but today, in the 21st century, this has become one of the biggest debates on the internet. Is the Earth round like a ball, or flat like a frisbee? It sounds like a silly question to many, but it's actually a great opportunity to ask. How do we know what we know? Are we just trusting what NASA tells us? Or is there undeniable proof that you can see with your own eyes? Today, we're going to put the Earth on trial. Let's look at the evidence. The biggest reason the Earth looks flat to us is because we are incredibly tiny. Imagine an ant standing on a basketball. To you, the basketball is obviously round. But to that tiny ant, looking at the horizon of the ball, it looks completely flat. We are that ant. The Earth is massive. It's about 24,900 miles around. Because it's so huge, the curve is very gradual, about 8 inches per mile squared. That's too subtle for our eyes to notice when we are just standing on the ground. Our senses trick us because they weren't designed to understand planetary scales. To see the curve, we need to step back. Many people think we only knew the Earth was round after we went to space. That is completely false. We've known the Earth is spherical for over 2,000 years. A Greek mathematician named Eratosthenes figured it out around 240 BC, without telescopes or satellites. He just used sunlight and 2 sticks. Here's how he did it. He knew that in the city of Syene, in modern Egypt, on the summer solstice at noon, the sun was directly overhead. A stick stuck in the ground cast 0 shadow. The light went straight down a deep well. But at the exact same time, in the city of Alexandria, about 500 miles to the north, a stick stuck in the ground did cast a shadow. If the Earth were flat, the sun's rays would hit both cities at the same angle. Both sticks should have 0 shadow, or both should have the same shadow, but they didn't. The only way this is possible is if the surface of the Earth is curved between those 2 cities. Eratosthenes measured the angle of that shadow, did some basic geometry, and calculated the circumference of the Earth with astonishing accuracy. He proved the curve, using nothing but shadows. But you don't need to be an ancient Greek mathematician to see the curve. You just need to go to the beach, watch a large ship sailing away toward the horizon. If the Earth were flat, the ship would just get smaller and smaller until it vanished as a tiny dot. But that's not what happens. The ship appears to sink over the edge. The bottom of the boat, the hull, disappears first, then the middle, and finally, the top of the mast slips over the horizon. It's disappearing behind the curvature of the Earth. And then, look up. The stars provide undeniable proof. If the Earth were a flat disk, everyone on Earth would see basically the same stars at night. But that's not the case. People in the Northern Hemisphere, like in the USA or Europe, can see Polaris, the North Star. If you travel south, the North Star gets lower and lower on the horizon until it disappears completely. People in Australia or South America cannot see the North Star at all. Instead, they see entirely different constellations, like the Southern Cross, which we can never see from the north. This is only possible if we are looking out into space from different angles on a spherical object. Finally, we have physics. Gravity. Gravity is the force that pulls mass together. The most efficient shape for pulling everything toward a center point is a sphere. That's why every planet, every moon, and every star we have ever observed in the universe is round. Why would Earth be the only flat exception? If the Earth were flat, gravity would pull you toward the center of the disk. As you walked toward the edge, it would feel like you were walking up an increasingly steep mountain, being pulled backward toward the center. Our entire modern world, GPS on your phone, satellite television, international air travel routes, weather forecasting, all of it relies on the mathematical certainty that the Earth is a globe. If it were flat, none of this technology would work. It's healthy to question things. Skepticism is the heart of science. But science also means accepting evidence when it's overwhelming. The Earth looks flat because we are small, but the shadows, the ships, the stars, and basic physics all tell us a grander truth. We live on a magnificent, spinning sphere, drifting through the cosmos. Thanks for watching. If you want more science explained simply, hit that subscribe button.